Link Light here with episode 1 of Shiny Cardboard Chronicles, where we talk about, obviously, shiny cardboard, PSA 10 pop counts, and pricing, and don't forget about the artist. First up, we taking it back all the way to the year 1999, and like I said, it is episode 1, so we're going to start with the first Pokemon set ever released, in English of course, and that is Base Set. In this set, there was a first edition, and there is also regular holos. First up, number 1, we have Alakazam, and this was illustrated by Ken Sugimori. And if you don't know who Ken Sugimori is, he is basically the OG of Pokemon artist. I believe he created the original 151 Pokemon, but don't quote me on that. In a PSA 10 first edition, the pop is 93, and in a regular holo, there is 483. And I did mention that we were going to talk about pricing, but these prices are so astronomical. Let's not talk about pricing for a base set because the regular collector will not be able to most likely afford it, unfortunately. Number 2, we have from my favorite starters evolution, we have Blastoise. And in a PSA 10 first edition, there is 100, and in regular holo, there is a PSA 10 pop count of 368. Number 3, we have Chansey. I believe this is one of the harder ones, or maybe the hardest card to get in a PSA 10. In a first edition, the pop is 48. In a regular holo, the pop is 46. And I did not mention the artist is also Ken Sugimori. Next up, number 4, we have everybody's favorite card and a lot of people's favorite Pokemon and the most expensive Pokemon card out there, Charizard. And at PSA 10, the pop is 124, and in a regular holo, the pop is 483. And this artist is Mitsushiro Arita, or for short, we'll just go with Arita. Number 5, we have next up Clefairy, and this was illustrated by again Ken Sugimori. And at PSA 10 first edition, the pop is 66. In regular holo, the pop is 165. Next up, 6, we have Gyarados, and this was illustrated by again Arita. In a first edition, the pop is 89, and in regular holo, the pop is 548, and I believe this has the highest pop 10 count of the regular holos, but again, continue to watch the video and find out more. Number 7, we have Hitmonchan, and that was illustrated by again Ken Sugimori. Like I said, if you're not familiar with the name, you're definitely going to get familiar with Arita and Ken Sugimori in this base set. In a first edition PSA 10, the pop is 58 for Hitmonchan, and in regular holos, the pop count is 201. Last, for today's episode, we have Machamp, and that was illustrated by Ken Sugimori as well. And I believe this has the highest PSA 10 first edition pop count, and I believe it's the cheapest of all the first edition base set cards. It has a whopping 419 cards and a PSA 10. Just look at those muscles. Bro never skips a gym day. Well, that's today's episode of Shiny Cardboard Chronicles. Stay tuned for episode 2. Thanks so much, and don't forget to like and subscribe.